Hello, good afternoon. This is Leon coming to you from Sofia, Bulgaria. And I'm going to share with you a few of my experiences about living in this city. First of all, I just came from my gym, which is right behind me. It has 3 floors, everything you could possibly need, even a roof terrace where you can work out in summer when it's a bit warmer than it is now. And there are gyms everywhere. What would possibly make you consider moving to Sofia is the cost of living and the prices of everything. And you can have some very favorable conditions in that case. This gym, you can see it from here now. See, it's a big building, and it costs me 20 euros per month for an unlimited number of workouts. So I could go every day from 6:30 till 11 o'clock in the evening. And I go quite often, so it's definitely worth the money. And that's one thing. What else would make you consider moving here in terms of cost of living? Perhaps an apartment would set you back about 300 to 450 euros, depending on the area, but there are deals to be found everywhere. So it quite depends on what you're looking for. Also, it would depend on the age of the building. There are some new ones right behind me, but we have some pretty old ones as well. If you look that way, it doesn't necessarily mean that you get a lower price for an old building, because there are a lot of bad deals to be found as well. We do have some groups, for example on Facebook, where you can find some direct owners offering their apartments to rent out, or you just take on a broker and pay about half a month of rent for the intermediating cost. That would be possible. What else? It would depend on your salary, of course. Perhaps you would have a job before coming here, just as I did. I started out at a help desk doing IT related queries, helping users solve their computer issues. And then I found another job and the salary increased, and so you can kind of work yourself up. And in that case, the 300 euros of rent I pay is quite low for a 1-bedroom apartment, about 70 square meters with a balcony. Everything I need. A big living room. It's far from the center, but close to the airport. And since about 3 years, we have a metro line right to my area, and it runs exactly under this street, which is Alexander Malinov Boulevard. I'm going to tell you about the metro when I arrive there in a bit. I'm on my way to the station. What else do we have? Plenty of stores and shops. Everything you could need. Lidl, DM. I would say prices in stores are not lower than in Western Europe. In fact, they are quite much the same. What is a lot more affordable is any service you would want. Haircut can set you back anywhere from 3 to maybe 10 euros at most. Mine is about 4 euros and a half. You can judge yourself how it is. For me, it's good enough. What else? A manicure would put you back about 6 euros. Pedicure should be about the same, maybe a bit more expensive. Public transport is quite affordable with 1.60 levas for a single ticket. If you would convert it to euros, it would be about 80 cents. But you can get a day ticket for 2 euros and you can go all over the city for an unlimited number of trips, metro, bus, trolleybus, anything you want, and tram. Here's a little park I'm coming by. It looks a lot better in summer. Now it's kind of grey outside, but it's not cold. Another factor that might make you consider moving here is the climate. For me it definitely was. I'm from the Netherlands. It rains a lot, there's a lot of strong winds, and I got tired of this. I decided to move out to a sunnier place. And even though there are cold winters, they feel less cold. It probably has to do with humidity. Maybe it's a bit lower here, I'm not necessarily sure. But I feel more comfortable here with -20 than I feel in my own country with 5 degrees plus. And speaking of summer, obviously it gets really warm here. It's a bit of a continental climate, especially here in the west of the country in Sofia, where temperatures can reach maybe 40 degrees or a bit above. But typically it would be 30 and a bit above that, so you can be quite comfortable. And it really gives you a southern kind of lifestyle where you can sit on the terrace all night, on your balcony. You walk without sleeves all night, there's no problem at all. And typically it's always sunny. I mean, now it's winter, there are some great days, but there's a lot of sun. And you have all the 4 seasons, you really get all of them. And they're quite stable. Starting from March it will become springtime. It can rain a lot, but typically it gets quite sunny and you can reach temperatures of 25-30 degrees already in April, May. So it's a very positive thing. The autumns are beautiful as well, with still quite high temperatures. And even in September, October, you can go to the coast in Greece or Bulgaria itself, which is all very nearby and affordable. What else? You can go ski in winter, obviously. We have the mountain Vitusha. It would be right behind me, but it's so cloudy that you can't see it. But on a clear day you would, and it's a beautiful sight. You see it nearly from every point in the city. Right behind me is a big mega market, the Hit. If there's something you can't find anywhere else, this is where you go. And I'm at the metro station now. I'll show you what it looks like. So this line is 3 years old. It's expanding very quickly, the whole network of Sofia. The station is, what is it? Alexander Theodor Balan. So let's go down. As I told you, the price for a single ticket is about 80 cents. But I have a monthly card and it cost me about 17 euros for an unlimited trips by metro only, which is quite good, I believe. But where do you pay this monthly card? It's right here. Let me show you. Good thing is that everything is always open on Saturday, Sunday, in the evenings, which makes it very convenient to live here. So here's where you go and charge the card for the 70 euros. And this place works from 7:15 in the morning till 8 in the evening. So you can go anytime you like, before or after work, very convenient. This is what the whole network looks like. We are now about here. Here. I'm sure if you see it now. Nonetheless, the center is here. And they are now constructing a new line from the southwest to the northeast, which will be finished next year. So a lot of things are developing quickly. We have the stores, anything you need. Here you can pay your typical bills. It would be water, your phone bills, the internet, vignettes for a car, which you pay once a year, pay for security, vouchers, TV, taxes, anything you can imagine. Coming back to taxes, I'm going from one subject to another. Just going into the metro. Bulgaria has a flat rate tax, which means 10% of your tax goes to the government. It's the same rate for everybody, that's why it's a flat tax. So you pay no more if you make more money, which is a good thing. I'm not exactly aware of all details, but it makes it very favorable, especially to Western Europe, where in some countries such as my own, you get to pay more taxes the more money you make, which is not very favorable for me personally and for many others. So that might make you consider moving to one of these countries. Here's the metro. Just missed it, but now I can show you the station. So it's one of the newest ones. There is now a line to the airport as well. It means that you can reach the city center for 80 cents, whereas in other cities it's much more expensive. For example, I was in Athens last month and I paid 10 euros to get to the center by metro. All in all, it's very favorable to live here. Once more the map. Let me show you how beautiful the station is. What else can I tell you? Bulgaria is an extremely beautiful country to live in. There is so much to see. I've been traveling around for 3.5 years. In spring and autumn, nearly every winter. And I don't manage to see it all. There is no need to see it all. I'm just enjoying it as I go. But it would give you a sort of impression that there is so much to see that you shouldn't have any occasion to be bored at all, no matter how long you stay here. Then in winter time, more often I go to other countries because the flights are quite cheap and affordable. Let me show you the older metro trains we still have. All the metro trains here are from Russia, made in Russia, and these old ones are still in Moscow as well, and many other former communist countries. So, as I said, in winter I go to other places. Recently I've been to Milan in Italy, Athens in Greece, or Madrid in Spain. And these flights, especially in January, February or March, are quite cheap. It cost me 20 euros for a two-way ticket to go to all of these cities. Then last year I went to Naples, Rome, and there are endless places to go. I went to Istanbul by bus, which is really close. I would say in a radius of 500 kilometers from the city, there are so many contrasting places you can see. It would be enough for a lifetime. And that combined with some professional opportunities, for example, if you're a language speaker or you're into IT, or you're just looking for a change, not necessarily for the highest paying job, but for a very comfortable style of living, you should definitely consider coming here. Because let's say you make above 1,000 euros a month, it would give you a very convenient lifestyle. You don't need to look at what you're spending. You could go out every week or every day, even if you don't need to save money. Go out for dinner, go for drinks, go to the cinema. And in my country I would constantly be thinking about how much it costs, and I would feel a bit guilty for spending all that money, especially if you pay over 3 euros for a beer, I don't know, maybe 10 for the cinema. The bus is very expensive. It makes it less pleasurable. Whereas here, in the big city even, it's quite affordable with such a salary. And yeah, it should definitely make you consider moving here, because what you get for your money is a lot. And why would you stay in a place where that is not the case? And it's not all about the money. I mean, what you get is a country full of very nice people. People are so friendly. They've helped me with countless things. For example, when I went to the hospital, had an incident with my food. The taxi driver took me there, and he was one of the most loveliest people I've ever met. He took me to the pharmacy, even brought me back to my apartment, and people still take care of one another. Most people care if you reach out to them, if you learn their language. So many doors open for you, endless. They really show you their lives. They tell you their most personal stories. There is some really great hospitality. If even you do the most basic effort, learning a few words, people really open up to you. And it's really the people that make me stay here. The other circumstances, not that much. Because eventually it's the people that make a place. They can either make or break it. And in the case of Bulgaria, it's really the people that make this such a pleasurable place to live. But you do need to make the effort first. That's by learning the language, spending time with them, and once they get to warm up to you, they're some of the most lovely people you could ever meet. They love to party, to hang out, to take it easy, sip coffee all day. It's really a southern country, and you can feel it in every way, even though it gets cold in winter. Well, I think that's quite enough for now. If you ever think of moving here and have questions, let me know. I'm here to help you out. Have a good day. Bye-bye.